Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to the analysis of dollar index in April 2021. We are going to have a deeper look into dollar index for opportunities. Thanks for joining me here. My name is Vic. So let's see what we have been doing so far with dollar. So if I show you this analysis, remember we have been long from 9.89 because of this FCP zone, and since then market has been rising up. And since August 2020 I've been saying that the dollar was going to create a huge bear trap because everybody was short of dollar, and it was going to rise into near about 96 area or so, and in multi-year bullish target is going to be near about 110 or 115 level as well. So far it has been rising, and we see that it has showed very good strength after performing a little bit of retest around here, but now it is reaching a level where it can actually fall down to have a little bit of correction. So that's what we can expect in April. So let's see what we have achieved so far. Okay, so the dollar started to go rise from here, and all of these levels played out very nicely. We have been able to capitalize on most of these levels, especially around these two yellow areas where it created bear trap and then started to go back up to create this entire W pattern. And because the W pattern has formed, we expect market to go down. It actually fell down from here. Now it is creating another W pattern which can have a little bit of correction towards 92.488, but there are further targets which it can achieve. So what we can do is we can refine this entire analysis and start to look at perform the whole top-down analysis. So I'm starting my analysis from 3 months time frame because the previous quarter has just finished, and now we are looking at this particular candle. This is the candle which actually formed since the start of 2021, and the market has been actually going upwards. This is a very strong bullish candle, and that means the market is expected to continue higher. And if that is the case, then we can expect it to reach near about this level, which is going to be near about 95.5 area, 95-96 area or so. And this is the one that we have been talking about. Another one is that market may actually come back down to retest near about this level, which is 92.450, because it is due a correction. Market has been bearish and it has turned into bullish. Now in 3 months time it can actually fall down to retest this level, and then it can continue to go higher. If we go to if you look at the higher time frame, what has been happening, the whole structure. So what we see that the market has created this W pattern here, and that W pattern actually does not finish here. It actually finishes near about here, and we'll see that in a second. How do we find out? But look at this structure. So this was a double top and this is double bottom. So what we have is a sideways channel, and that means the market can actually come to the mid of the channel at least, and that's where we have 95.5, 96 area, and that's why there is a bullish case for dollar. Unless it actually breaks through this midpoint, we still have that channel, and it breaks through this upper point. Unless it does that, we do not have a this bullish case here. So let's see how do we find out the extreme bullish case for dollar. So if I draw an fib from top to bottom like this, and use a standard one here, what we see that market came to 61.8 and created this double top here, but we also see that we have a bearish we also have a double bottom here. So if the market starts to break through this level of 101,744, which was acting as a resistance, the market is expected to reach near about this level of 110.152, and in extreme case it can also go to 1115. So that is what we have on multi-year time frame. So dollar is not dead yet, as they still they have been saying that the dollar is dying. So for 3 months it has been rising up, and it can fall down to this level of 92.450. so that's what we have. Let's look at the 12-month time frame. On 12-month time frame, so the current candle is showing 2021, and this is a bearish candle. The market is going upwards and it can actually rise up to this level of 95.521, but there are few other levels which we should be aware of, and one of them is going to be, if I go to the monthly time frame, is going to be this area actually. So that level is not a level, this is going to be an area, and this is what we have as an FCP zone. Okay, that's one of the areas, and obviously there are few levels which we should be aware of based on the structure. So this is the lowest of the previous leg, that is very important. This one is also very important here, and the market is expected to come to near about this level as well. So these levels are very, very important. Now let's look at the weekly time frame. Okay, so on weekly time frame we have this FCP zone, and which confluences nicely with the 200 moving average there. But we also notice that we have 3 W patterns. So one is like this, other one is like this, and the third one is like this. So all of these can push the price upwards, and once the W pattern is complete, they can actually bring the price back down. Okay, so that's a possibility. So what do? We measure these W patterns using our FCP technique, and then we find out high probability FCP zones. So let's do that. Okay, so I have already drawn these FCP zones and important levels based on our Fibonacci based FCP technique. So now we are right into FCP zone right at the moment, and this was the previous FCP zone. So if the market starts to fall, then we are looking at a downward move into this area of 92.5, and then it can fall back down into this FCP zone, and similarly, like we can play with this, how the market actually behaves, like based on the confirmation at all of these levels, we can treat them as support and resistance. Now if the market starts to go higher from here, then we have the next level as 93.738, and then continue to follow those levels. Okay, so these are the levels that we are looking at on weekly time frame. Let's look at the daily. On daily time frame, what we have is a W pattern which can lead us into a downward movement, and if that is the case, then what we should do is we should draw Fibonacci on there, and then we should be able to find few minor levels to look at. So this is also a good level here, and then we have near about this level. So it's not a very good level, but let's see how it actually plays out. So that's what we have. Remember, we had a Harami candle here, and we had Harami candle here, which is also showing me that the market is probably turning bearish. This is also inside candle, so all of these things are showing that the market may actually take a little bit of downward correction. And if I go to the weekly time frame, 4-hourly time frame, this can lead into an M pattern. The market may go back up and then start to fall back down to these levels. So that's what we are looking at here. Let's go to Wata and see what we have. So on monthly time frame, remember I posted this a couple of months ago that this was turning into bullish. You see the color has changed from red to blue. That means the market is turning bullish, and now we have got a signal as well, and it is showing us approximate profit target as of now. We need to wait for this candle to close, but as of now it is showing us the profit target of 95.192. If I go to the weekly time frame, right now this is struggling with Wata curve, which can act as support and resistance. So we are expecting a downward move at least for some time, and that's what can give us a very good corrective downward movement on DXY. Let's look at the daily time frame. On daily time frame, it has already started to show that the market may correct. The previous bullish target has been achieved. This was the signal. The color was blue. Now the color has changed from blue to red, and this color has changed from blue to red. That means the market is expected to fall. And if I go to the 4-hour time frame, the market has been falling, and this is the profit target, nearby profit target. This is red, but market may go back up to create a double top or retest that area before it can start fall down, because the Wata curve is still bullish and it is still looking like going upwards. So we have to be careful. So If you're looking for a good move on daily time frame, then this is looking like a very good opportunity which may come very soon. And if you're looking for a short-term trade, then look at this. On 1 hour time frame, we had a good buy signal and it has reached its profit target, which is the water curve here, and now it is showing us that market wants to go down. So all of these things are telling me that there is a good chance that DXY can take a little bit of correction to the downside, and we can play upon that. But remember, the overall case for DXY is still bullish, so you need to be careful with that. That market may actually fall down and then start to go heavily higher up. So this is what we have on DXY. Hope you enjoyed this analysis, found this useful. If you did, support this channel please. Have a great trading week ahead, have a great trading month ahead, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to wikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to wikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form.